2 or 3 hours, and he used to quote it verbatim. He never had the Bible in his hand, but he quoted that scripture verbatim. And he would tell people, go home and be obedient to the words in that scripture that says God said, not Sebi said, not Ma'a said, that was the wife I met him with, not Annette said, nor his partners Olu, Karen, or Larry. These are the people I met him with in St. Croix. But that scripture says God says. So that's the information that heals Sebi of diabetes. I want somebody ask Google, because I don't want to misquote it. Ask Google to pull it up and somebody can quote it. Because I don't want to miss a word. He had a photographic memory. So like I said, he would quote it verbatim. So if somebody can pull it up on their phone. Anybody want to? Yeah. So again, if you guys could be quiet, this is an opportunity for us to get some facts right about what we did as a collective, because it wasn't about alkaline food. What it was about was this.
Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food.
Okay.
Genesis 1:29.
Okay, so that's what helped heal people. That information is what healed people. The way that the alkaline word came into it and the alkaline science came into it is that he used to talk at lectures and in groups about a balance between acid and alkalinity in the body, a balance, because we need both. We need a certain amount of acidity and we need a certain amount of alkalinity, right? But most people who showed up sick, they had more of the acidity going on in the body, creating constant inflammation, eroding cells, like burning them up on the inside, like a fire, right? So we would say, eat these more alkaline forming foods to restore your acid-alkaline balance, okay? Because we've had a lot of stuff going on in the community now that he's gone and he can't speak on his behalf about the whole alkaline thing. So we have to have a balance, because just the same way you could be too acidic, it could be the reverse on the scale where there's too much alkalinity, and that's as dangerous too. Okay, so it's my responsibility, Ma'a's responsibility, the people who were his students, who did his apprenticeship for years, to just sort of make some, clarify things, so that when we're talking to our family and friends, we can speak, more correctly as far as anatomy and physiology and biochemistry and nutrition, so that, we're helping them out, okay? And a lot of our people, especially the older people, you could really get them on board to do some changing in their diet when you tell them that their God has given them a dietary law. It really has helped. So I want to thank everybody for coming here today. I wish he was still here in flesh and blood, but I tell you, he's still amongst us. And I'm going to tell you, I get all these signs all the time. Today I went to the farmer's market in Ellenwood, and I tell you, when I stepped out the car, they had a live saxophone player there playing the saxophone. He wanted to be a saxophone player, because back in the day he used to hang out with John Coltrane in the 50s in California. And one year, my aunt and the children and I put money together and we bought him a saxophone, but he played it maybe a couple of months and then he just gave up, but I mean, it's signs like that. Yeah, I will do that. So, it's just these little things that keep happening that let me know that he's still with us. I mean, like, what's the chances of that? In Ellenwood, Georgia, going to a farmer's market, a black-owned farmer's market, and the musician is playing the saxophone. And I think he did a John Coltrane tune. I mean, and then he played Stevie Wonder. He was Sebi's really good friend. We used to be on his show all the time. We used to visit our institute on what is it, La Cienega in Culver City. So I know he's still here. They say that, you know, people never die, the energy is still around. And I keep getting these little signs that is so true, you know? So I say to all of you sisters, right? When a good man appears in your life and he has a mission and you feel yoked with that mission, go for it. Go for it, because today is really about great brown-skinned men of all hues. This is what today is about. I made a choice 40 years ago. I could have had about 5 different guys I could have journeyed with, right? But it was his purpose. It was his purpose. It was his purpose that touched my heart. I met him the first night and I knew I was going to serve this man. I knew it the first night that I was going to serve him. It didn't matter if I was romantically involved with him, you know, like sexually and all of that, because I was romantically involved with him before I was sexually involved with him. I was intimate with him. I loved him. I loved his mission and his dedication to his people and mostly his family. He loved his wife. He loved his children. He was ready to die for those children. He used to say, and this is in 81, nobody's going to put a vaccination in my child. They're not going to poison my children, and I'll die. And then he said, they ain't going to no school. No, their mama and all of us is going to teach them arithmetic, reading, and common sense like they did me in the village of Honduras. And I was like, damn. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You know?
We're the kings.
Yes. We need more of you to step forward, because I know there are many brothers like Sebi. And Blue is one. Blue has his queen. Wait. Blue got nieces and nephews and stepchildren. Let me get that clear, okay? Blue is taken. So Red is one. KT is one. Right. These brothers have purpose, and they have children, and they are other warriors in the building with purpose and vision for our people in the future. So sisters, get with these brothers. You don't always have to be their wife. You can be in a role to help him and the wife. You understand me? Okay? You understand? I want us to understand. I want us to understand, because I know we got a lot of people. This thing is really about love. This thing is about love between a man and a woman. You understand me? It's about the love between a man and a woman, and the children benefit. Not the woman, and when she has the children and the man is a second-class citizen. No, the man remains a king in his home, and the children benefit from that. They're the second-class citizen, not the man. Okay? All right. No, it's the truth. I'm telling you. No. Listen. I'm very right. Listen. I'm usually very laid back. I'm the behind-the-scenes shaker, right? That's what I've always been. But I'm seeing a situation where women, females, have got it twisted because of the Matrix programming. You can't put the the child before the man, because what was the attraction in the first place? It was the guy. That's who you wanted to get with. That's who you want to kiss, love, hold you, caress you, do all those things y'all like to do together. It was him.
That's how you know it's him.
It was him. And out of that, right, and out of that came the baby. Not the other way around. Okay? No, so I'm saying, look, it's an important time now, and we got work to do. Look, 40 years ago, actually, when I met Sebi, I had a vision to help the people. That's why when I met him, we were on the same page. He did not put me on that page. I was on it. So when I met him, I said, okay, no more looking. Here he is. I'm going to build with this man, right? Now, I'm going to just pull out one thing that in the future, 40 years, people are business entrepreneurs. Sea moss. Do you know how many people are in business selling sea moss? I'm at the farmer's market in Ellenwood, Georgia. There's a sister there selling everything sea moss. She had sea moss rum that she's making. She's from St. Lucia. She had this t-shirt that I bought, right? People are selling sea moss all over the world. Why? Because Sebi Ma and I started recommending it as a nutritional food, right? But we had to deal with the Caribbean community and the Africans because they started to put Coronation condensed milk in it and Domino white sugar. So we came along and said, no, you got to take those two ingredients out, replace it with almond milk, nut milk, you know. Yeah, no, but listen. So they started doing it kind of resistantly. Then Blue started going out and selling it. I started selling it at lectures in New York City as a hot drink in the wintertime, you know, flavored with chocolate, right? So then Blue started going to the West Indian Day Parade, and they started crucifying him, especially the Rastas, because he was showing up with the sea moss 7 Heaven drink in different flavors, and they were hating on him. But it doesn't matter, because everybody selling sea moss now ain't selling it with no condensed milk and no Domino sugar, okay? And a lot of people are feeding a lot of people around the world with that sea moss, which was one of Sebi's dreams, and I'm going to stop after this. He used to be in a group like this, and he used to say, you know how much power we have? We are in the millions in this country. If everybody just gave 25 cents to a kitty, we could bring our food from the Caribbean here. We could bring in the sea moss. We could bring in the King Calibar. We could bring in the wild rice. We could bring in the Marabar spinach. And it's happening, especially with the sea moss. It's happening, and it's also happening with many of the herbs that resonate with us as far as our genetics is concerned. A lot of those herbs are available because people are bringing them in. So all I'm saying is, it was just about 5 of us that started this. And then it just multiplied into different families, assisting us in different ways. So it wasn't just the Bowman family and the Thomas family, it was many of us coming together that this whole energy and vibration resonated with. And it's the same now, okay? Like when I met him, he was like the age I am now. I'm 66. And all he used to say at lectures like this is that, hey guys, look, you guys got to take this over. We got to put this kitty together and come up with this money so that we could, you know, bring the food in, create supermarkets in our community. Because he said, I'm tired. I want to go home. Because aside from the people who appreciated him, we had, as Nick Cannon has named the documentary, strong enemies, okay? And he was tired because he was getting beat up on all the time. I'm tired. I am. I get beat up on all the time. I got strong enemies just like Sebi. They can't stand me, always doing stuff. So every now and then, I like to, you know, step back, like he said, sit on the coconut tree, hit a spliff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And have a good time, you know, with whoever my man is. That's what he wanted to do, and that's what he did for a while, okay? So all I'm saying is, it's time for you young people. See, Fred, she's gonna be an apprentice, but this woman has a good heart. And that's how Sebi used to really choose the apprentice. He would watch you and watch what you would do in all 4 seasons, under all conditions. The Quran said, when you really want to know somebody, do business with them, travel with them, live with them, and there's a 4th one, I forgot that one. And trust me, he would do that to people, okay? So, I'm just saying, people, listen. Oh yeah, and so she has an exclusive. She is selling the Green Leaf Herbal Solution tonics. These are the same tonics he taught me in 1981 at 428 King Street in the Virgin Islands at the Fig Tree. Now, another thing, everything he did was out of the Bible. The name of the brand, the Fig Tree. The village in Honduras was built after he read the story of King Solomon and King Solomon's kingdom. All right? The 80 or 800 eucalyptus trees that King Solomon had to prevent pestilence in the village. He has about 80 eucalyptus trees at the Usha village in Honduras. So there's no mosquitoes. You know, you wake up in the morning, they cut down the fresh eucalyptus, they dunk it in the well, in the sauna, so the whole sauna is infused with eucalyptus oil. I'm telling you, listen, brothers, you got to be creating more of these places. You could do it in Florida, you could do it right here in Atlanta. I'm just waiting, okay? I want to visit these places, okay? I want to sit under a coconut tree and I want to relax. Period. Okay? I want to enjoy my grandchildren. I just got a new one that came into town, Omari. First time seeing him because of the pandemic. I want him to know who I am, and I want to play with him. So I'm leaving this thing officially in the hands of all of you young people in here to take the baton and make this thing like multiply, heal this world, because we can do it. We're God's children. God has us in his favor, or else we wouldn't be here. And please know this to be a fact. And don't be afraid. Do this thing. So that 40 years from now, I could be sitting in the audience and listening to one of you guys talk to me like I'm talking to you now, okay?